afternoon, stampers and paper crafters. This is Renee Daly from stampknowhow.com, and today I have a fun project for you that I'd like to share. We're going to be making this gorgeous leaves card using a couple stamp sets from the mini catalog. I'm going to be using the Gorgeous Leaves stamp set, almost all the stamps in this set, and then we're going to use the Thankful Greeting from Time of Giving. So let's go ahead and get started. For this project, I'm going to need a few supplies. We're going to start with a card base that measures 8.5 by 5.5 and is scored at 4 1/4. That's in early espresso. You're also going to need an early espresso piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. Gonna need a piece of very vanilla that's 4 by 5 1/4. A scrap of the champagne foil, a scrap of the bedazzling 6x6 specialty paper, and a scrap of the gold and rose gold 6x6 metallic specialty paper, and then just a couple scraps of very vanilla we're going to use for stamping. So the first thing we're going to do, and this is a fun little technique, it's called the baby wipe technique. I don't know how many of you have ever tried this, but you're just going to need a couple baby wipes, and we're going to make our own little stamp pad using that. I'm just going to take the baby wipes. I'm going to use 2, and I'm just going to fold them up into more of a square shape like this. And I'm putting them on my silicone mat just so I don't make a big mess here, but we're gonna use some reinkers to make kind of a pattern. So I have Bumblebee ink, Early Espresso ink, Mango Melody, Shaded Spruce, and Mary Merlot. So we're gonna use our reinkers and we're just going to make a random pattern. Kind of spread out the dots on here. And this is going to create a fun little watercolor effect. So Mango Melody. It's okay if they run into each other a little bit. A little Shaded Spruce. And then we're going to finish with the Mary Merlot. And this kind of gives like a really neat mixed watercolor effect. You'll see when we stamp our images. It's really kind of fun. And you can do this with a variety of colors. It just looks really neat on a fall card. So I'm going to start off with our very vanilla cardstock. And we're going to just start stamping our leaves using our handmade little stamp pad here. Ooh, that's really pretty. I just love how the colors kind of mix together, but it's not completely muddy. It's good to have a scratch piece of paper underneath there too, just to catch some of the ones that go off the paper. Just gonna twist and turn our stamps so we get different parts of the image peeking in and out. Try this little one here. Pretty good. I think we filled in pretty well there. And then we're going to use this little dot one to add some texture. I'm gonna stamp it off before I go on just so it's not covering up everything. As you can see, that goes pretty darn quick. I'm also gonna do this for my sentiment, which I'm gonna cut out a little bit, but I just wanted to have some dots there where I cut it out. It should be big enough. I'm going to use just our regular early espresso ink pad to do the inside sentiment, which we're going to cut out in a bit here. Actually, this is the front, for the front of the card, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm also going to stamp a leaf on the inside of the card, just for the corner. I'm also going to add a few of those little dots as well. I'm going to cut this out with our framelets. Okay. Should be it for stamping. I'm going to do a little die cutting here. I have my number 1 plate, my number 2 plate. Put one on the bottom. And we're just going to do all our leaves at once. So put these pieces on here. So for this, we're using the coordinating dies from the bundle. We're just going to place all these in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do our embossing. Let's try embossing with our embossing folder. Just put that in there. And put the 3D embossing plate on top. I'm going to run this through. It's a really cool texture. This is for the inside of the card. I have this cute little scalloped edge. Looks really neat. And put the framelit on here. Cut this down so it fits machine here. So run them through at the same time. So I'm just gonna put a little low-tack tape on it so it doesn't move on me. Sentiment. I'm just gonna pop this out of the die too. There's our panel. Okay, I'm back, and you can see I've cleaned out all the debris from the inside of the pieces here. So we're ready for our card assembly. The first thing we're going to do is attach our panel to the front here. For this, I'm just going to use Stampin' Seal. Here's our next panel. With our leaves, same thing. Oops, looks like I need a new one. Oops, I'm just gonna put off to the side a little bit. You can see I made a mistake there, but that's okay. Nobody's gonna see it. That's just gonna go on the inside of our panel here. Gonna use some glue dots to attach the leaves. And I just want to bend up the foil a little bit, give it a little bit of dimension. And so put the glue dots towards the edge here. For our last leaf. And go right at the bottom of our little leaf bouquet here. And for our finishing touch, we're just going to add the little knotted bow of our ribbon here. down just a tad. Once you've done the trimming, you can go ahead and pull those fibers a little bit just to make it look a little more worn. I think it's kind of a fun look. And just attach that with the glue dot. That's our project for today. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends and let me know what you think of the technique. Have a great day. Bye.